Now, I have found a job description. They are looking for a WordPress developer, And I thought, hey, what if recruiters don't know what WordPress is? We should explain it, but we should also explain who is a WordPress developer, right? Let's dive right in. So first, WordPress is a content management system, and we talked about content management systems in a different video, in a previous video, right? If you haven't seen it yet, please go ahead, go back and watch it. Now, content management system is a system to manage a website, a blog, okay? And WordPress is one of the content management systems. It's the biggest one, it's the most prevalent, the most commonly used. Then there is Joomla, Magento, there is Drupal, for example, okay? But WordPress powers 30% of all the websites globally, worldwide. Like, that's really crazy, that's huge. 30% of all websites powered by WordPress. Now, I can show you what WordPress looks like first, okay? Let's look at my personal blog. So we can see here on my blog, michaliuhas.com, a list of the most recent posts. So in WordPress, you can manage the posts, you can delete, you can edit, you can add a new one, you can adjust pages, you can create a new page. All right, so this is content management system, right? You have a blog, you want to add a new page, so that system helps you manage the content. But that's not all. In WordPress, you also have themes. So for example, here you can set up a theme, and clearly someone needs to develop these themes, right? I could change a theme on my blog really easily. I can just click here, activate, and the theme on my website, on my blog, changes immediately. And I can also add new plugins. Like, there are gazillions of plugins already prepared, and I can just install them for free. And these plugins are great because they are just once developed, and then millions of people could use it for free. Sometimes there is a small fee, but generally most of the plugins, at least to some extent, are free. There's some free version. So looking here, you can see I can add a new plugin, I can install it easily, and someone needs to create these plugins. So that's why when I'm looking at who is a WordPress developer, it could be a person who either sets up and maintains a website, like when I did it for my personal blog, I was this WordPress developer. I set it up. I maintain my website, my blog, okay? So at some point, from some angle, I'm also a WordPress developer. But I'm not a hardcore WordPress developer by far. I just set it up because it's open source. You can download it from the internet. You can just install it, customize it a little, and there you go. And then you can also create your own plugins or templates, which is much more hardcore, okay? So when we are looking at who is a WordPress developer, this is the hardcore WordPress developer, someone who creates plugins, someone who creates templates. With templates, it could be actually a web designer, it could be someone who creates the HTML, CSS code. So by WordPress developer, I would mostly focus on someone who creates plugins. This is the most hardcore developer. He or she will use PHP because WordPress runs on PHP language, okay? So a WordPress developer uses PHP and would create a plugin. And then the plugins could be used for general public, or the plugins could be only for one specific company to solve their sole purpose or their problem. So often companies hire WordPress developers only to join their company to create their in-house plugins. But quite a lot of WordPress developers also work for free as open source developers. They join the open source community and create these plugins for free. So if I look at it at some scale, we have some, on the left, there is a developer who just sets up and maintains a website. This is very routine work. It's really easy to download the package from the WordPress.org website, install it on a server, customize it a little. It's not a rocket science. So it's really easy. Pretty much anyone can do it. And as we shift to more hardcore stuff, more creative stuff, we see that the WordPress developer could build plugins or templates. So if you would like to maybe interview a WordPress developer, you can ask him like, hey, how do you actually work with WordPress? Do you set it up? Do you maintain it? Have you ever created your own plugin? What kind of plugin have you created? Do you create plugins for clients, or do you create plugins for one particular company? Tell me more about the plugins you have created. Tell me more about the templates you have created for WordPress. All right, so that's it. You guys need to know at this point, looking at this job description of a WordPress developer. First, you need to know what WordPress is, content management system, obvious, right? You know it by now. Who is a WordPress developer, what his or her daily duties usually are, obviously writing code, but for what? Either to maintain, set up a website, customize it a little, or to create plugins, to create templates. Okay, so with that, let's wrap it up. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead and ask me in comments. I'm really excited. As soon as I see a question or a comment, my mood just gets better. So please go ahead and share this video if you can on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever you like. Just share it so that more recruiters learn what WordPress is and who is a WordPress developer. Have a wonderful day, everyone.